Alright, howdy ho there guys. Howdy ho. How you all doing? It's panning on my table here now. It leads up to what I'm about ready to howdy ho. What I'm about ready to talk about here now guys. Part of what I'm about ready to talk about. How you all doing guys? Today is today is October the 13th guys. Yeah, it's October 13th today. So today is Thanksgiving Day for all of us here in Canada, guys. And a lot of people apparently observed this yesterday. I had my brother contact me yesterday afternoon and ask me what I was doing for Thanksgiving Day and all the rest of it. And I said, well, I don't know yet, because I mean, it's like, it's tomorrow, isn't it? I mean, it's like I haven't really figured out, you know, I hadn't gotten anything for my meal or anything like that, guys, and I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do for the day and so on and so forth. So he said, oh, okay, so we had hours a day. So some people said, you know, if it falls on a Monday, they will have it on a Sunday. So apparently they had their meal and whatever they were going to do for the day yesterday, and I decided to keep it for today. It's a holiday here in Canada, guys, so there's nothing on the go or anything. So I mean, it would be no point me to go out anywhere and try to do anything, because there's no place to go to anyway to do anything today. So yes, so Thanksgiving. This is a almost exclusively, I guess, or North American thing. And so I mentioned this in one of my videos I made a couple of days ago, that Thanksgiving was almost upon us, sort of thing. And I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for Thanksgiving Day and all the rest of it. And I said that I wasn't sure if the United States does it as well. I don't know why I was being so insanely stupid again, guys, like I always am. Can't keep track of stuff right, sort of thing. The United States do have their Thanksgiving as well, guys, but they have it much later in the year than we do. They have it just shortly before Christmas itself. So I think their Thanksgiving is sometime in November or early part of December. I'm not. It's on the calendar there, I suppose. I'm not going to bother up get up and check right now, sort of thing. So, but we have ours in October, guys. So on October 13th. Now I don't even keep track of that, guys, because like Thanksgiving for me is not like a huge thing. Like I don't really bother with it most years or whatever, sort of thing, you know. Nor do I bother with Halloween either, guys. So Halloween will be coming upon us now at the end of this month, and that's really an odd, peculiar celebration that we have that I've never been. I mean, I've sort of dabbled into the research of it as to why we do this thing here in North America, and I guess they do it I suppose they do it in parts of Europe, but definitely a North American thing. This whole Halloween thing in Canada and United States and so on. And I've never bothered with that, guys, to be honest with you. I won't be bothering with it this year. It's really not my thing at all. I mean, because of the nature of the themes in it and all the rest of it, sort of thing. Now, I'm not religious like that, guys, like just like emphatically against something because it represents the devil or whatever, like, you know, like a fundamentalist Christian might carry on with, or you know, maybe again somebody else from another religion or whatever that just doesn't you know, want to have anything to do with that sort of thing. But it's just for a common sense perspective, guys. I just don't really see the point in it. I don't think, because of the themes and all the rest of it. It's just like, what's the point of it, sort of thing, you know. And so even though I did it as a kid, one-on-one trick-or-treating and so on, as a kid a handful of times, as an adult I just never really, you know, got into it, bothered with it or whatever. So usually when Halloween rolls around, guys, end of the month, I'll go off somewhere. I just won't be in for the day and so on, just in case somebody comes knocking on my door. But in most cases, it doesn't happen, because I tend to live in places where there's not a lot of kids around, so I don't really... I've never had to deal with that sort of thing, you know, so... But because of the nature of what's going on in my life these days, guys, and just trying to keep my spirits up all the time, and just having any excuse at all to celebrate for any reason, sort of thing, I thought that this year I just would observe it, have a little meal for myself, and just enjoy the day and all the rest of it. And so that's what I'm doing here now, guys, at 6:32 in the evening. Really getting late on the go here to get this started here now, guys. Better late than never, I suppose. And part of the reason for that now, guys, this is so, how would I say it? Would ironic be the right way of expressing it? I don't know if that's the right way to say it. But I was awake last night, guys, well into the morning, because I was online watching some of the streaming channels on YouTube. I was watching the changeover of the release of the hostages from Gaza into Israel, guys. So I've been aware of this now for the past few days, but I wasn't quite sure what day exactly this was going to occur. And while I was just browsing around online there last night, guys, and just kind of checking into some stuff and videos I've already uploaded and posts and all that sort of stuff, I saw to the right on my screen streaming YouTube channels talking about the release of the hostages being imminent within a few hours' time, and so on and so forth. And that grabbed my attention. I said, well, good God, like if that's happening now, and I can get a chance to see it live as it's happening, sort of thing, I might as well just stay up and watch it and take it in and be a part of that experience, you know. Because, I mean, being a passionate supporter of Israel for the past 2 years, and devoting 2 years of my life already into this, you know, mentally, emotionally, and all the rest of it, sort of thing, I've shed no end of my own tears, guys, and expressed no end to my own level of very intense rage and frustration as to what I've been seeing going on around the world and at United Nations, and with all the endless double talk and twisting and misinformation and disinformation, and all the non-stop, endless, just relentless lies and all the rest of it that has come out about this particular conflict over the past 2 years. I mean, I have so many times I've wanted to throw my laptop through the window. I've wanted to beat something up. I just wanted to go out on the street or go off somewhere and scream my freaking bloody head off, you know. And I mean, that's coming from a non-Jewish person who's living half the world away, who in one sense doesn't necessarily have to have a vested interest in this. There's reasons why I'm interested, and I've covered this now in my other video. But so I can only begin, or I don't know if I can, in any real good, tangible way, begin to understand what it has been like for the Jewish people in Israel themselves, like directly affected by all this over the past 2 years, what it must have been like for you. So anyway, I said, well, you know, I mean, like, if this is happening, I mean, I'm going to want to be a part of it. If I have a way, in some way, shape, or form, to be a part of it, then I'm just going to stay up and go into these channels here now and see what I can see, and just be a part of this experience as it was happening. And that's what I did, guys. That's what I did. And so the end result of that is that we are several hours time-wise behind Israel. It was already well into the morning for you guys, anybody that's from Israel watching this, or Jewish people, whatever. While it was still kind of like late in the night or early in the morning for us, sort of thing. So I finished watching the coverage, and I can't remember what channel it was I kind of settled on to watch all this sort of stuff. I finished up watching this 9 o'clock in the morning, guys. So I stayed up the whole blessed night, well into the morning, sort of thing. And around 9 a.m. this morning, guys, I decided I'm going to have the crew up here. The transfer has been made. Now all the hostages are back in Israel, and everything as far as that part of it anyway, seems to have played out okay, well. And so the only disappointment for me, guys, is that of course I wanted to see the hostages. Like anybody that's got any kind of an interest in this at all, emotional interest, a heart connection with this whole conflict and so on, I wanted to see the hostages, and I couldn't get a streaming channel that was covering this, that was showing footage of the hostages as they were being released. So that was a disappointing part for me, because that was one of the main things I obviously wanted to see for myself, to see what condition they were in and so on and so forth. And there's one individual, one brother, I mean, you're all brothers to me, all brothers and sisters to me. There was one brother that we saw there about 2 months ago now, in this, I guess, propaganda footage or whatever, showed this fellow that had pretty well starved to death, sort of thing, and he was digging his own grave, according to the images and all the rest of it. And that made that got out of Israel, out of that area, and into the more mainstream social media and all the rest of it. And so that was about 2 months or so ago, I think now, guys, and I have not been able to get that image out of my mind since I've seen it. And so I had him very much in my mind when this was all taking place, and because I don't know what's happened to him since those images were put out, like about 2 months ago. Like, did he survive? Is he still alive? What condition is he in now, sort of thing? And so I was trying to find out, as I was going through the chat thing, from anybody, if they knew the guy that I'm talking about, and if he's amongst the people that were released, if he managed to survive or whatever sort of thing. I think he did, guys. I'm not 100% sure. I got some replies back that the individual that I was talking about, apparently it's a set of twin brothers, and they were both captured, and and he got out. As far as I can tell, I guess I'll find out now over the days to come, who survived and who got out and who didn't. So, but the more I got into this, guys, and the more I was watching the events there in Tel Aviv, and watching the excitement of the people and so on, and getting into the gorgeous music they were playing and all the rest of it, sort of thing, and just being drawn more and more into the spirit of this thing, I just couldn't pull myself away, guys. I just kept waiting for at some point that they were going to start showing some of the images of the hostages and so on, and it didn't, first or last. So at 9 o'clock in the morning, I said, well, I'm not going to see what I want to see here now. They're probably taking them off to wherever they're taking them off to give them whatever treatment and help that they need to help them to begin to recover and so on. That within a few days' time, they're probably going to be back with their families and so on. That, and maybe in a week's time or a couple weeks' time, there might be some kind of official public announcements and interviews and all the rest of it. But I wasn't very optimistic that I was going to see much of anything then or there. So it's just time for me to clue up here now and try to get a few hours sleep and get on with my day and what I have to do for myself. So that's what I did, and I slept a good chunk of the day away, guys, because of that. It was a nice day out today. It was sunny all day today. The weather is nice now. It's a good clear evening here, guys. Outside right now. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's clear, and it's supposed to be about 10 degrees today, I think, guys. I don't think it's supposed to go much past that, and much higher than that. So, so the ironic thing is, I know there's a better term I can use here, guys. I just won't come to me right now. The fact that today is Thanksgiving Day here in Canada. So I mean, we obviously have Jewish people here in Canada, and I was thinking, my goodness. So like this is going to be an extra special Thanksgiving for them. I mean, you have your Jewish celebrations and so on, and whether they bother with these celebrations or not, I don't know. But if they do, this would also be an extra special Thanksgiving for them, that their brothers and sisters, in Israel, that have been going through this absolute nightmare. Well, I can't even begin to imagine stuff that they've been going through the past 2 years now, is finally over for them, and the ache and the sorrow and the pain and the worry and so on of the families in Israel that they've been going through for the past 2 years now is finally come to an end, So I thought, well, I mean, something for me to give some thanks for as well. So I mean, I'm here now having my Thanksgiving meal, and trying to be thankful for my own life, guys, and the precious little that I still do have. My personal journey is still ongoing, stuff that's going on with myself personally. I've still got a roof over my head for the time being. I'm able to afford a decent meal for myself, so I got a nice meal to have here right now. In a warm, safe, secure place. I mean, living in a country where there's no wars or crime or violence to speak of yet. In a province, that's kind of separated from all this sort of stuff for the most part, quiet, pleasant, peaceful for the most part, you know. So trying to be thankful for all the things that I can be thankful for along those lines. 60 years of age, I still got my health and strength for the most part. My mind is still more or less intact for the most part. So be thankful for all that, I guess. And with my precious family in Israel and the Jewish people worldwide, you are my family. You are most definitely my family. I'm able to rejoice with you over this beautiful, wonderful victory that you managed to gain over barbarism and tyranny and savage brutality and so on. That you got a chunk of your hostages back, and as a story for them to tell now, and another chapter for Jewish experience and what Jewish people go through collectively is just an ongoing part of that ongoing saga and story for Jewish people, sort of thing. And to be sort of like loosely a part of that and be able to celebrate with you. So here is my meal here now, guys. I'll just touch on this because I don't want to go over my 17 minutes here. So here's my meal here now, guys. It's not a typical meal. It's just some cranberry sauce, peas here. I got some vegetarian ground beef here, guys. I got stuffing here. I got mixed vegetables here. Some small potatoes not here, and my cranberry sauce sort of thing. Now this is not necessarily your typical Thanksgiving meal here, guys, but I'm a big believer on I value all life, guys. I gotta brush this up right now. I value all life, and I value animal life as well. And I can't stand the fact that when we have celebrations that animals must die to celebrate something. So turkeys are the main focus at Thanksgiving and Christmas as well, sort of thing. And when I have these meals and so on, I say I can have a celebration. I do this sort of thing without contributing to seeing the death of some poor creature that didn't want to die, just so I can celebrate something, So this meal here right now, guys, is all vegetarian. My Christmas meal now coming up in a couple months' time, hopefully will be vegetarian as well. Okay, 17 minutes 28 seconds there, guys.